All right, here we go. What's going on, y'all? Gonzo's Convos. We're in another episode of season 6. Go ahead, introduce yourselves. We'll start with Barbie.
Hey everybody, I'm from California, and yeah,
Oh shit, what part of Cali?
I'm from the Bay Area,
Bay Area.
San
You Raiders
Jose.
fan too?
I'm a what?
Raiders
Raiders
fan
fan?
too?
Nah, I don't like sports.
Oh my god. Okay, next. Tianna, go ahead.
Like, hey guys, I'm Tianna Sierra. I'm born and raised in LA. So, LA, like East LA, Montebello, Whittier. I just moved to Arizona this past January.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's better in your opinion, Arizona or LA?
I think LA is very oversaturated in terms of like opportunity. It's great for business. I'm involved in cannabis here and modeling, and a lot of opportunities have come my way. A
Yeah,
lot more, I would say, than like LA. Just because LA is so competitive, everyone wants to be there. The
yeah,
people are a lot cooler and nicer here too. So
yeah. I can see that. I've only been to LA once, so you know what I'm saying.
really,
I enjoyed Cali altogether. Yeah, Cali was lit. You
where
know,
are you from?
I'm originally from Colorado, but I'm here in Texas right now,
Oh, cool.
right on
What
the
part?
border. I'm in El
What
Paso.
part? Oh, okay, cool. I have family there.
Oh yeah, seems like everybody got family here. That's crazy.
I
You got family
mean,
here too, Barbie? You got family here in El Paso?
In Texas,
Oh, in Texas, but not here though.
no.
Oh, okay. I want to say it seems like everybody got family here. It's crazy. But cool. We're gonna go ahead and get on into the topic at hand. So when we go into to discussing this generation, what do you guys think of?
in terms of what like generation, like there's a lot of topics I think that I'm
Who
like
are
passionate about.
so I was gonna
In
usually say
terms
like
of what?
in general, but mainly like with the relationships and the communications and how people go about that. What are your thoughts on that?
I think like right now it's really hard to find someone who's genuine with genuine intentions. I think that like OnlyFans and like Instagram and like honestly just like everything, like this generation is so consumed in like lust, and they're like kind of not willing to put in the work to have a relationship. They just want one thing out of like a woman. I feel like now women are like objectified. We're not seen as like human beings, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just kind of like hard and disappointing, like the dating scene, you know what I mean? We don't
So do you
got
think?
morals no more.
So you're saying like you think it's more focused on like people are just more focused on trying to get clout and all this other stuff versus trying to find real love type deal?
Yeah, I think that, and then also just sex. Like I think a lot of people just want, like especially men, they
I
just want to
agree. I
hook
mean,
up.
I definitely agree with you. Like literally nowadays, you can't find like because it's like guys. I mean, I can say girls too. Sometimes girls I think serious. I just want to mess around and that's it. So I feel like
Yeah.
that's why relationships don't last long. Or like literally, if people get together and they have a kid, if they're like the kid ends up like just going with the parent, going with the mom, going with they end up breaking up because they still want to go out partying, they still want to be out, doing their thing, meeting other. I feel like the relationship nowadays are not like the ones back in the days where parents were together for like 50 together. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You're right
It's
about that.
sad.
I'm
Yeah.
seeing a lot more single moms than I am in any time period. Like this is like crazy how many baby mamas I've seen, and that really does come to show like the relationships don't really work out. But I feel like they're at least trying to make it work, but it just doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
I
I feel
Hmm.
like
think honestly, like people are just willing to give up. They don't want to put in the work because they just
that's
want to like get into another talking stage where it's like happy in the beginning and everything's butterflies and roses. And then when that shit's gone, okay, let's go to the next and the next and the next. Because they
hmm
don't want to go putting in the work. They think the grass is greener on the other side. But it's
yeah,
like no one's perfect. When you really love someone, like you're willing to put in the work, the time, and the effort to like love them through all of that. Like when you
Yeah,
choose to be with that person, like you're choosing that person and that person only. And I think like it's so hard for like men and women to be faithful nowadays because of how easy, like we open our phones and we're scrolling on our timelines and there's a hot guy without his shirt, there's a girl in a bikini. Like I know, like, you know what I mean? Like it's hard. It's so easy to cheat nowadays. You know what I mean?
it is, and I feel like it's not as looked down on. Like it's more
Hmm.
so praised, especially on social media. Especially, I'm not gonna lie, for a lot of us dudes, it's praised to have what's called a roster. Yeah, have you guys ever heard of a roster?
Yeah, for sure.
Barbie, you
No.
Not
haven't.
me.
So basically a roster meaning like, say if I had a roster, I have names, numbers of just nothing but females that I'm gonna go and call and text on a daily basis or whatever, whenever I feel like it. And me personally, I used to have that type of stuff in high school. That's high school bullshit for me. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like that was stressful. Like
I
that
feel
was
like
just
you get
extra
to
stress.
a point where you're like, you get tired of it. I mean, I
I
might be
definitely
wrong.
did.
You
It was
get
extra
it
work.
to a point where you're like, damn, like all over again. It's like me, like this is why I keep myself single for so long because I'm like I get tired, like okay, out. Then I have to meet another guy, and then like I talk to him about the same thing. What do you like doing? What's your hobbies? Like it's just like a thing like where you repeat yourself over and over and over to what she was saying. Like guys nowadays, they don't they don't take nobody serious. So they're like, you
Right.
know,
It's like
But I'm
wasted time and
right.
energy. Like I'm tired of, honestly, I'm so tired of dating. Like at this point, like
amen to that, girl.
I'm
Amen to
over
that.
it. Like I can't do it. Like it's like you look good on the outside, but you're a fucking bird brain. And then the other thing is like, oh, like you have to prove to me. It's like, no, you should be courting me. Like I'm the woman. It's not that I'm entitled. Like you need to buy me things or shower me with materialistic things, but it's just simple things like effort. You know what I mean? That they're not willing to put in that effort or they don't even want to get to know you. Like I don't have time to be texting you all the time. Like I'm a busy woman. Like I'm in my bag.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like pick up the phone, call me, send me fucking flowers, like send me coffee, like write me a fucking love letter. Like let me know that you're like with it.
Hey,
Right. Right. Right.
But
Mia,
girl.
welcome in.
Hey.
Hey, we just got jumping on this generation topic. We're talking about the relationship aspect of this crazy ass generation. So, what's your opinion on it? And
My
what,
opinion about this generation, mm, they don't know how to give love for real. They
they don't know
really
how to love
don't.
or give love.
No,
Which
give
one?
love,
Oh, give
give
love.
love.
Okay. What makes you say that?
Because I feel like nowadays, where's the dates at? Where's the? They not even trying for real. I feel like.
mhm.
I agree with that. I do feel like a lot of the dudes, especially the younger dudes, are not giving too much effort. They're kind of like what you said before, Barbie, where they're just trying to fuck and that's it. They're trying to have that roster that I explained to you. That's what the common thing in this generation. But so from my point of view, going on to females, and this is not towards y'all. I'm gonna let that be known. This is not towards any of y'all. But from my experience, I've noticed that females look at when they're looking for the right dude, they're looking at zodiac signs, they're looking at the dude that's 6 foot and taller, has to look a certain type of way. I don't really understand where all that's coming from, if that makes sense.
Mhm. Well, let me show you a picture of my ex. I'm just kidding. Ah, so no, like I think in terms of like, I think it all comes with like maturing. I don't necessarily go for looks now. I think what I'm really looking for is like a genuine connection. I have like my non-negotiables, which is like someone who's God-fearing. You know what I mean? I want someone who's gonna put me first. I think I want someone who's gonna be able to stand on their own 2 feet. If I could put $5 in, then you should be able to put $5 in. I'm not
I,
saying you gotta be rich. But I'm just saying, like, you have to be able to support yourself just like I am doing the same.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that because you're not saying like they need to have money. That's another one. It's like, oh, they're making six bands, or no, no, what is it? Um, what the hell is it? Like they gotta make like 6 figures or some shit. I didn't understand that shit either because it sounds like they wanted to date an NBA player. You know what I'm saying? But
No,
I
I'm
don't know.
like, don't date them. They're horrible. Athletes are like the worst people to date.
You dated an athlete before?
Boy, several, and
Well, you might
done.
as well spill the stories. I'm kind of curious now. Shit.
Um, it's funny you say that. So like I've dated like NBA players, NFL players, baseball players. It's just really hard. I think like they go to from city to city, and I used to work in nightlife. I just quit like 3 weeks ago.
Mhm.
But like they're just in a different city with some different hoes. Like you just got to think about it that way. And even when you are like the wife or like the girlfriend, like
Yeah.
you're not gonna be there with them 24/7 traveling with the team. And they just have money. They have status. It's horrible. It's horrible. The
Huh.
whores always win. It's bad. It's real bad.
It's
Real,
crazy.
real bad. But
That is
yeah.
that's terrible. What about you, Barbie and Nia? Have you? I guess you could ask that. Have you dated anybody that had like a status like that, or been with anybody like that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I can say like I dated anybody like that. I think the last guy that I dated was like what? Damn, I don't know. It's been a cool minute. Like a cool minute, to be honest.
Oh, okay. What did he do? What was he? You said what?
A trapper.
I said, what do you mean? What was he?
A tracker.
Trapper.
Oh, trapper. I was like, oh, okay, okay.
Mean by a trapper then?
Well,
Like, break it down to me. What does that mean to you guys?
Was he like a drug dealer or?
Oh
trapping. They're
no, girl.
Um,
I just graduated for criminal myself involved in none of those things. You know,
so you don't
my
know
career
you
is
don't
criminal justice.
you don't know what trapping means. Like
no.
so much trapping. You don't know what that means.
No, I don't know what that means.
Oh shit.
Hey, Nia smiling. I'm gonna let you go ahead and explain what trapping is.
Who said? I'm just smiling. Shoot.
Nah, you know.
I can answer
I
the
feel like
question though.
you know.
I mean,
Like I
don't
can
get me
answer
wrong,
that.
like friends, but I don't think I'll ever date anybody that's around stuff like that because, like I said, I'm not gonna let my career like go downhill just because of somebody.
I got you. I got you. I mean, my thing is though, if you knew he was trapping before you got with him, then it's like, what were you doing? But if you didn't find out till after, then I
I'll leave him.
understand where.
Like if I find out after, I'll leave him. I'll be like, we're done.
Girl,
Mom.
that
I'm like, I'm a
that
single
lifestyle is fun.
mom. I just have a career, a good career, and I'm not gonna leave a guy.
Right, right. So good thing you got out of it now. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? Nia, what about you? Have you dated anyone that had like a status, like they were well known type deal, or
Yeah, for sure. I have. I mess with football players. They're horrible people. They're horrible.
NFL? NFL?
I'm not telling my business on here.
No. You don't gotta drop
But
names. You don't gotta drop names. All you had to say was just NFL. That's
my
it.
thing is, they treat you right. It's always somebody else. It's always somebody else.
So what Tianna said, like there's the hose always wins what she said.
Like
Yeah,
they can teach you. Hey, like don't get me wrong. Like you're gonna give you everything, but at the end of the day, easy money. Just remember, like what you're doing is gonna come back. You know, like so.
You gotta
What's the
think
point?
though.
I rather be broke and later on being in jail for like I don't know how many years. You know, and ruin my life because you know
Yeah.
once you're with a guy like that, it's gonna chase you too, not just him. You
I still feel like that's a flex for y'all though. Y'all can still feel like, yo, I was with an NFL player, I was with an NBA player. Like,
it
y'all
doesn't
still
matter if
feel
he cheats though.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not
it could have been a
you.
terrible, shitty relationship, but it's the fact that y'all still like made it happen. Like you could have said, like, yeah, I was with them, you know. I would have done the same shit. Like if I was with if I was with motherfucking Glorilla, that's a flex like a motherfucker. Even if we broke up a day later, that's still a flex to me. Shit, you know. But that's the thing though, is like I think it's a celebrity thing in general. I don't think that's like a specific gender type thing. Like if someone hits that status, hits that celebrity status, that all that money and shit, they're gonna act the type of way. It's inevitable. You know what I mean?
It's real sad though. Like I had a conversation with someone else that I'm dating, like in LA, who's like a multimillionaire, and
Right.
he's 23, like he's my age, but like he keeps it real with me and I keep it real with him. Like he has so many women and he's like honest about it, and I'm like, yeah, but like at the end of the day, like are you happy with yourself? Like I want to be in a monogamous relationship. Like it's empty. Like you're going through women and bodies and having meaningless connections with people. Like it just seems so unfulfilling to me. Like you can have everything in the world. You can be
Yeah.
financially free. You can have the cars. You can have the jewelry. But it's like when you really sit down with yourself at the end of the day, like when you're gonna like die, you can't take that with you. It's who you were and what impact you
Amen.
made here.
Amen to that.
You know?
Amen to that.
So I don't know, like I'm on my spiritual journey. I'm learning how to value myself and get closer in my faith with God, and it's just like you see things for what they are, and like being with people with money, they're the most unhappy, honestly. And I don't want to ever be there. And like
What do you think makes them unhappy that they have all that money? Like what do you think it is that makes them unhappy?
it's just like I said, it's not anything of substance at the end of the day. Like there's just things. It's just materialistic things. You may be happy in that moment or when you're driving that car. But like I said, when you're sitting down and laying
Yeah.
down with yourself at the end of the day, like, are you happy with
Hmm.
who you're staring at in the mirror? Do you have someone that you could come home to every night knowing they're your person? You could count on them.
Exactly.
You know, if it's a good or bad, they're going to love you for who you are within, not because of what you're giving them or what you have.
Right.
No,
And
you
that's why they
know?
say like money can't buy you happiness. Like that, I feel like money is only like temporary happiness. Like you want a new car, cool. You can make yourself temporarily happy with a new car, but
That's
that
what
happiness ain't gonna
I'm
be
saying. Like,
lasting.
I'd rather have a broke dude with me, be happy, and like have a man that respects me, than have a be hoeing around and having all these girls and still coming to my house to me, and giving me everything like cars, money, good bags. But what's the point? Not there.
I guarantee you, the broke dude is gonna give you the more respect than ever
More
versus
love, more respect, more
you know what
love.
I'm saying?
Like y'all gonna be broke, but you're getting what you want at the end of the day. You know that it's love, that it's attention. Making you feel
Yeah,
safe. Dude, if you have a dude that he, let's say he gives you all material stuff, but what's the point? You know?
my
I
fault.
feel
Did
that.
it kick you out?
Yeah, but I got it straight.
Okay, my fault. I thought I clicked something. I kind of tripped out for a little bit. But yeah, the dude that's broke doesn't have any money. He's gonna show you the more. He's gonna be more humble with you, and he's gonna show you more love, all that type of stuff. Versus the dude that has money, because the dude that has money is gonna think that he's above you just because he has more money, and that's the thing in this generation is who has more clout and who has more money, and it seems like people base off of that too much.
It's real sad. Real, real sad.
You know what I'm saying?
I
I
have
got
no
told,
hope.
and I don't like the whole rise of the zodiac sign shit. Like I've been told that they don't fuck with me because of my sign type deal, and I'm like, what is this even
I
about?
believe in that. Honestly, I
I can't be told that.
believe in that. I'm so spiritual. Like I like all that. Like I believe in it, but
I
I
don't believe it.
I won't I won't say like I won't fuck with somebody just this or that. I just try to take the positive things out of it. To be positive
Yeah,
myself. So whatever the negativity, I don't keep it positive. I liked all that Libra and all that stuff, but like I said, I'd be like, oh my god, you a Leo? I'm not gonna fuck with you because I don't like Leos. Like no, I'm not like that.
that's very
But I mean,
common. That's very common. You know what I mean? What about you, Tana, Nia? What are your guys' opinions on the zodiac signs?
Nah, I don't believe in that shit. My best friend's very
With you,
spiritual.
I'm with you. I'm
Like
with you.
she's very spiritual, and like I get like that there's maybe some truth to like stars and stuff like that, but like I said, like in my faith or like with God, like I just believe in God. Like I don't believe in anything like that. Maybe there's truth to it, but I don't sit there and like be like, "Oh, this is your zodiac sign," and read like, "Oh, the moon is like this or like that." And
Yeah,
like
I
I
don't
don't
even get
know.
it.
I just have never been into it, but I know a lot of people are.
Yeah. Neil, what about you?
I believe in zodiac signs. I can never fuck with a Virgo. I can't. Cause I'm a Gemini and I believe everything about it. Cause I'm a true Gemini for real. So honestly,
Gotcha.
I just see it. Why
Yeah.
you doing that? What's your Gemini? What's your sign?
I'm an Aquarius, man. I'm an
Oh,
Aquarius. So,
uh,
I'm like one of
Virgos and
those.
Aquarius. Mm.
You see, and I don't understand that. Like, what is the whole issue? Like, okay, here's my thing with zodiac signs. I've read a little bit on mine. I feel like there could be a little bit of truth to it, a little bit. But I'm gonna say you can't take a full, like you can't take a room and put a bunch of us Aquarius in that same room and say all of us motherfuckers act the same. That's not true. We're gonna have our differences. We're gonna do things a certain way that the other person's not gonna do. You know what I mean? There's gonna be a lot of differences, and I feel like the way a lot of people view these zodiac signs is since I'm an Aquarius, I act just like the next Aquarius. If that makes sense. And I don't know. I just that doesn't make sense to me because I feel like everybody's their own personality. Everybody acts different, no matter what their
Mm-hmm.
is or what. You know what I mean? Everybody's their own person.
I agree.
You know.
Yeah,
But
but at the end
you
of the
said
day,
you don't
they
like
still have traits. You know the traits.
what trait? Okay, what are the traits? What do you know about Aquarius traits? And I'm gonna answer and tell you if I have those or not.
Off the dome goes crazy. I can tell you about
Huh?
mine, Gemini. I don't know about Aquarius off my head.
Oh, but you was like Aquarius is like what's going on
Yeah,
with
because
Aquarius?
I encounter many Aquarius men. Aquarius women, they're amazing people.
Well,
Aquarius men, it's
apparently
something
it's about
about
the month.
y'all.
Apparently it's about the month too. Like they're like, are you a January or February Aquarius? I'm like,
Ooh, okay, months. Y'all heard about
"Hmm,
months too?
I don't know. I hear a lot of crazy shit about it, but it's just wild to me. Like, cause when I look at a female and I go and do all that, I don't think of zodiac signs. That's not even one of my first questions. Like, I don't care about that. I get asked that first before anything.
Yeah, I hate that.
I just be like, I'm Aquaman. Nice to meet you. That- Like someone could be like, I'm a Scorpio. I wouldn't give a shit. Like I would be like, oh, that's cool, and that's it.
I
You
feel
know.
that. I feel that.
So you say, Nia, you said you're what? What was it? You said you was Gemini.
Yes, I'm a Gemini.
Okay, so
A June
what
Gemini. Does that make a difference?
I don't care for it honestly, but so you being a Gemini, like what are the ones that you don't like, the ones that you do like the other signs?
What you say?
What are the others like? What are the other signs you like and the other signs you don't like you don't fuck with?
Okay, so some signs that I do like I know for sure, is Leos. I like Leos. Leos is cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Okay,
I
so
know. I
every
already
Leo.
told y'all. Aquarius and Virgos. There's something about them. I just can't. I just can't.
She
Think
said,
she glitched out.
mm-mm.
Yeah, no, she glitched out or something. She said she had to do a TikTok live or at some point, so you know, let her do her thing on TikTok shit. But you said what was it? You said Aquariuses and Virgos were different. See, I
Yeah.
just don't understand. I don't understand how. Like, I've had a lot of bad run-ins with females. I've never once was like, oh, it's because of the sign. It's got to be the sign. Like, I don't think it's the time and day they were born or conceived, whatever it is. You know, like I think it's just their personality. I really feel like the way people act, if they're crazy or if they're not crazy, it all depends on how their childhood was. I feel like it depends on how their parents were. You know, how
Yeah.
how they grew up. You know? I think
Yeah.
that I think that's really what it's based on. I'm gonna X the science out of it and just go with it's how they grew up.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think our parents are our first teachers, and like as I'm growing like as a person and just maturing and like dating wise, a lot of like our traumas or the way that we are like with women or with men are because of like the love that we were given when we were younger. Like that's why like mommy, daddy issues, all that like is kind of true, but it's all about how you were loved, and that's how you're gonna project like love onto another person in a relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. I could say my siblings are more so like, mamas and daddies, boys and girls type shit. But I was more so independent just because I was the first child, And my parents, I'm Mexican. My parents had me young as hell, so they were still, on their fuck shit, and I was just there, you know.
Right.
So I feel like I took a lot of what I've seen, especially as a kid, and kind of, I don't know, took it into life later on. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it's how you grew up, I think.
I agree.
I think if both my parents like weren't on no fuck shit, I definitely would have been a better human being for sure. I wouldn't have been a fuckboy back then. I'm gonna put it that way. Yeah. You know. But as far as like how social media and everything goes, like do you guys think that social media affects relationships a lot? Or like how people try to develop
I feel like
relationships?
it does. I feel it depends if, like me, I'm a TikToker. A lot of people know me on TikTok. So say for me, it's it does because I was talking to somebody. You have a whole bunch of guys in your social media. They be commenting like, and I just feel like it's. But if you like, I tell myself maybe if I find somebody that's in the same, they're also like known in TikTok. Like we both know how social media is. But if outside of social media, because I live off social media, like Instagram and TikTok. That's like my job. For me to be posting, for me to like be promoting, for me to be doing stuff, you're fucking with my job. So pretty much, if you tell me like, oh, I don't want you to do TikTok, it's like, bro, that's. So I feel
So
like it's just
kind of like how this is with me type. How
pretty much.
yeah. I haven't found out how to get paid through TikTok. I always thought people would just like they go live and they get
Well,
some shit. I thought that's how
I get paid for
Yeah, that's
videos
how you get
too.
paid.
Like,
TikTok is. I look TikTok in my opinion is the most. I like TikTok. Don't get me wrong, but it's also the most toxic social media app there is out there right now. In my opinion. Would y'all agree with that?
The most what?
The most toxic social media app there is.
well, I can say TikTok is one of the most where
No.
like drama, haters. Like TikTok is the number one where I had two pages, big pages with big followers, and they reported my page. They're gone. So I had
See, that's what I
to
don't
start
like,
all
bro.
over again.
That's what I don't like because I used to go live like more often, back then. And the report thing, like they could report you for every little thing, even if you didn't
I
do it,
got
and you get banned. You get
myself
put in TikTok
through an
jail.
agency. That's why I went through an agency, and I have my own manager now.
Hell yeah! So you're doing it right. I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. I had to do that with Instagram and well yeah well he works with Instagram and with the Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all that shit. But I had to do that later on too. But I didn't think about doing that with TikTok just because I didn't really go live
I
as
feel like
frequently after all that.
TikTok is
You
easy to
know,
go up in followers too.
it definitely
Like
is.
I feel like it's so hard on Instagram. Like I just hit 50K, like 2 days ago,
Hey, we're out
and I
here.
feel
Hell
like
yeah,
it's a little hard. But
yeah.
TikTok, I feel like it's quick for you to like gain your followers.
It's quick, but I think just because I've had Instagram longer, that's why the number like I have a lot more followers on Instagram than I do on TikTok.
Mm.
TikTok, TikTok. Like I'll post my shit on there, but I use it to like watch other people's stuff too. Like I think it's interesting. I
Yeah.
get caught up. I'm one of those people. I get caught up just scrolling through and shit. You know, especially when they talk about like I'm real big on like the what do you call it, like the alien conspiracy theory type shit. So like I'll see that up and I'm like, bro, like this is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
TikTok taps my ass,
All
but
right. Well, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to
absolutely,
get.
you enjoy your
Thank you
life.
so much for having me here. I actually gotta hop up. I have a lot of talk where they're waiting for me on. So it was nice
Yeah,
meeting you girls. Nice. It was nice
Meeting
being with you guys
you.
here.
you
So
too. You too.
okay,
Hopefully we
guys.
can get you on this episode.
Yeah, for sure. Bye.
All right, but yeah. So, would you? All right. So, Nia, do you think TikTok is the most toxic social media app, or do you think it's a different one, different social media?
Me personally, I don't be on TikTok for real, so I would say Instagram, just because somebody's Instagram and in real life is totally different. I see so many girls, so
I've had
many
them straight up
girls.
tell me.
That
I've
Instagram
had them.
and in that real life, two different, two different, two different
Yeah, I've
people.
had them straight
Do
up
not
tell
mix
me
the
like
two.
all this shit was like backdrop. Like you know how you see some like they'll be in Dubai or they'll be in Paris or shit like that.
What?
Yeah, so
Backdrop?
I've had influencers on here tell me this shit, right? So you know how like they'll take pictures in Dubai, Paris, all this like all these like nice places, and all
Yeah.
reality, most of the time they're backdrops. They're just backgrounds, random fucking backdrops that they, yeah. One of them straight up told me that. I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? So that really, I really like,
No way.
yeah, you can't believe what you see type deal. You know what I'm saying? It's a shit ton of filters and it's a backdrop. It's all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? And they have someone.
Photoshop, all the
But what's cool though is they have someone running all of that though. They have someone that plans all of that. So they'll be like, hey, like you're gonna take a trip to wherever the fuck, and then we're gonna add that backdrop. We're gonna get you looking good, all this type of shit, and that's that. And that's how that shit works.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that. I've never heard of that before. Like I didn't know that that was even a thing that people
I don't know
did.
why she even said it. You know, I didn't think the influencer was gonna come on here
That's
exposing her
smart
own
though.
shit like that. But it's smart. But I mean, I didn't think she was gonna come on here to expose her shit like that. I was like, bro, so your shit is fake. Like I was like, damn. You know, it was crazy. Mm-mm. But
That
I've
is
never.
crazy.
So like I like so you said you've dated like high status people. I know you said you did too. Me, I never have. So I never like experienced what that was like as far as like from a dude's perspective. You know what I mean? I don't think I ever wanted to, because as a dude, like if I were to go and date like an Instagram influencer or something, I don't know. I wouldn't like all the attention type shit, and I don't know if she had to go do like a photo shoot, who's gonna be grabbing her, touching her, you know, type shit. And I'm jealous to the point where like they could look, I don't give a fuck, but if they start touching, then that's a problem. You know what I mean? I'm that type of person.
Yeah, I think like now that I've kind of been like just trying to work on myself and like get to like my best version of myself possible. That's why like I quit nightlife, because I realized and I sat down with myself like I wouldn't want someone doing what I was doing. Like in order to book tables, you have to do a lot of footwork in terms of like flirting with people, going out to dinners with people that maybe you may not necessarily like. Um it's a lot of work, and I just feel like that wasn't necessarily resonating well with like who the person I want to become was. And a lot of the times too, it's like you got to really reflect on yourself. Like, would you date you? Like, would I want someone who is in the nightlife, like knowing what she's gonna be around? You know, people touch you. People like I'm an object. Like the
You
clothes that we have to wear.
seen
Like
it.
a lot. So it's like it's both perspectives suck, because it's like, you know, she's just trying to make her bag and her money. And
Yeah.
then like it's really like your dating life is fucking horrible. I could tell you that much. Cuz
Well,
there's like you're fighting with your partner. Why are you coming home at 3 4 a.m.? Like it's crazy.
yeah. Well, that's why I say. I mean, y'all can agree. Y'all can agree. You know, but I feel like clubs just aren't it anymore. Like when it comes to nightlife shit, clubs
Yeah.
just aren't it. You know what I'm saying? I see the same shit every single time I step into a club. It's either like the dudes be too drunk, grabbing on females and shit, pulling their arms. I don't fuck with that at all. And then you got the females out there that's like her birthday probably wilding out, twerking on random dudes, and I'm like, where the fuck am I? You got dudes that are ODing on shit. Like I don't know. It's a crazy scene for me. I don't know. Do you agree with that?
I do. I don't have no experience in it though, so I can't tell you at all.
Yeah. Well, I don't recommend clubs. I honestly don't.
How old are you? You've never been to a club? Are you a baby?
I've been to a club. I've been to a strip club in Miami. It was lit. It just not my. It
That's
was
lit.
Booby
not my
trap?
type of. It was not.
That's lit.
Which one?
I don't
Booby
remember
trap.
what it was called, but they was naked, like fully. I
Seeing
said,
y'all.
okay. I said, let me get some liquor in my system.
Yeah, like prior to working in nightlife, I would like, so like I grew up in LA, so like I knew a lot of people, so I would get like into the club, snuck into them when I was like a lot younger. So I felt like before I was 21, I already experienced that. And then it didn't excite me, but then I seen like there was ways to make money in it and what girls were doing. And then I did that here in Arizona. And then I just like got on my walk with God and I was like, what are you doing? Like, I hate going out. I hate being where I am and attracting the same people, seeing the same shit every weekend. Like, it just wasn't working out. You know what I mean?
So the thing that's disturbing about that is cool, like you got snuck in, you enjoyed your time, at a young age, but the dudes were probably flirting with you and they didn't know you was underage. Like that shit is disturbing to me.
I know.
That shit is
Yeah.
disturbing. God damn. Did they find
And
out
that
later on?
happens a lot too. So,
That does
shoot.
happen
Fake
a lot.
IDs. It's all
Yep.
about who you know,
All
That
in
shit is so
unfortunately.
disturbing. Like Diddy? No, we're not gonna talk about that.
No Diddy.
Ah,
We're not gonna talk about that. It's crazy. But yeah, I feel like that happens a lot where like these, younger people get snuck in and like that gets people in trouble, you know. But that's also why whenever I went to clubs, I was with my homies and I just mind my own business. Like if I ended up talking to a female and it just happened naturally, then it happened naturally. I wasn't gonna go out of my way to make it happen, you know. I was just
Right.
having a good time
Yeah.
and you know.
Yeah, club
But
is you're not gonna meet your soulmate in a club. I could tell you that much.
no,
But
and there's still people that believe that to this day. Like the nightlife is where they're gonna meet their one and true only. Like what the fuck is this shit?
you'll meet
Like bro,
athletes. You'll meet athletes and people who just want to take you for one thing and one thing only, but
you
nothing
meet
more.
you meet the people that aren't gonna do you justice. That's what it is. You meet people that aren't gonna do good for you. I think
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I feel like when it comes to like finding a soulmate, you got to go to like a nice place. Like I don't even know. You probably got to go to a library or some shit because a lot of nice females like to read and shit. So you probably got to go to the library.
Library.
Got fucking
Boy.
your, your Barnes and Noble. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to the grocery store. Just like nice places like that where it's not so sinful.
Yeah, I agree.
There's nothing wrong with going out though. Like I'll still go out here and there, but I definitely never thought like finding a soulmate going out. Definitely not the
Yeah,
thing.
you won't. You won't.
What do you guys think it is? What do you guys think? What do you call it? The places to find a soulmate at? What do you guys think that's it?
I have no hope.
You
I
just
don't
have no
know.
hope. You just giving
I
up.
don't know. I don't know.
God damn! I want to know what happened.
Yo, what? Who hurt her?
No, I really want to know like what gave you that because I used to be in that mindset too. I mean, I still kind of am too, but
I'm just really uninterested in like anyone. Like it takes a lot for me to even want to like give you any type of attention in terms of like even a text back or even wanting to get to know someone because I'm so tired of my time being wasted. Like I'm trying to build with someone. Like I'm at an age, yeah, I'm 23, but like women mature a lot faster than men. And like I've
definitely
noticed like the guys that like I've been dating are like in their 30s and stuff like that
still
because
act
they're
like
established, you know, they
they
have
still
their
act like
priorities straight.
and they still act a little.
Um
Yeah,
yeah, but I
yeah,
just
man.
feel like I'm just so uninterested right now. Like I'm just so focused on like making my bag and like just improving myself and my relationship with God that like
Yeah,
I don't need that. You know what I mean? If it comes, cool. If it doesn't, like I'm not gonna force shit anymore. Like it is what it is, you know?
I agree with that. I think the more you focus on yourself, the more shit falls into place. So I think if you're
Yeah.
not out here looking for a relationship, then you're gonna be fine. But if you're looking for it, you're gonna attract the wrong people. I
Right.
found that shit out the hard way multiple times, but not it. Yeah, I'm glad. I like that. Focus on yourself. Hell yeah.
I
So
don't
wait, Neil.
know.
No, go
Shit.
ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't know, y'all. I'm young, so niggas just
How old are
be
you?
wanting to fuck.
How old did you say you were?
What I tell people or how old I am for real.
For real.
19.
Okay. So yeah, it's still young. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
young as fuck.
That's you gonna say fucking like 17. I was like, bro, what?
Nah.
Like, I'm about to get
So like
bamboozled.
all the
Yeah.
niggas that like come by me are like just here for a good time, not a long time. And I've been realized that when, the dates start getting scarce, the interests start going down. And something about me, I don't play about my time. I hate my time being wasted so bad. Biggest pet peeve, literally.
Yeah,
My
I
time
agree
is
with that.
money. I cannot.
I agree with
And
that. Mm-mm.
I honestly feel like you can meet your soulmate anywhere. I just feel like people act differently in different areas. So you got to take
Yeah,
the people to different areas to see how they react in different spaces. Because my man,
Mm-hmm.
he got to stand 10 toes down for me in church, in the club, anywhere. So,
in church. I fuck with it. I fuck with
Yeah.
it. You know,
But I mean, these are like the years for you to like experience life, have fun, date around, like, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, like, you
yeah,
should
but
not be
niggas are not
looking.
like that no more. Like,
No.
I don't know if it was better during your time or my time, but niggas are not like that no more.
When
Like,
I
no
was,
interest.
yeah, when I was in high school, like, I had my first love. So, like, I was like in a relationship, like, all throughout high school, like,
wait,
when I was like 16 to like 19. So,
was it love or was it puppy love?
Like a ring almost.
no, he gave me like a promise ring. Like
Oh
it
shit!
was crazy. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was I would say that it was love. Like I mean, I've only been in love shit
Damn.
twice in my life. So,
How do you know when you in love?
see, that's just the thing. You just know. Like it's crazy. Like
Mm,
See,
I can't even describe it to you. You got to go through it cuz you feel it and you know it. You know what I mean?
see, I feel like mine was like puppy love. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what mine was. But I got so y'all probably gonna laugh, and it's okay because I learned from it. But I got cheated on by the same female 3 times. After she told me if I cheated, she was gonna cut my nuts off. She was Puerto Rican, so you know.
hold up. 3 times?
Simone, yeah, yeah.
Why you didn't leave at the second
I asked
time?
myself.
Cause
See, I told you you're gonna laugh. See, I asked myself that shit too, but I really think it was that I had that puppy love, and I was like, dude, like I don't want to lose her. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I've been with her that long, even though it wasn't really that long. It was like 8 months, but that was a long time for me. Um, so after that, that's when I really changed and really started playing that same game that I saw females playing, and it got too much. But I feel like shit like that will always affect you. Like you'll always go back to that puppy love and be like, this is why I'm this way, if that makes sense. So
It was
yes,
really healthy though. Like my first experience with love was like very healthy. Like we loved each other,
mine was
never
toxic.
cheated. Yeah, like we never cheated on each other. Like he was like so good to me. Like he broke my heart, but it was because I was going through like a lot at a young age, and I now that I realize like like what it was me, like it was
Yeah,
definitely like a me thing. Like he didn't break up with me. He even told me he's like it's just a break, and I couldn't handle that. But like I said, as you grow and you mature, like you reflect on yourself so that you
right.
don't make those same mistakes in life or in those relationships. But it was a good healthy love, I would say,
See, I
that I
like that
got.
for you. I like that. I like how good and healthy that was for you. But unfortunately, I didn't get that. You know what I'm saying? I would have. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say this. I would have much rather her have broken the fuck out of my heart instead of just like trying to fuck with
Yeah.
other people. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I
I've been
learned a
cheated
different
on.
way.
I've been
I
cheated
learned a
yeah,
on.
like
different way,
I'm
and I
sorry, but thank you so much for having me.
yeah, for sure. Appreciate you being on.
She's all bye. But yeah, I've been
Yeah.
cheated on before. I think my past relationship was like the most toxic one I've ever been in. Um, Especially like he would cheat on me with like strippers and like horrible women. So like that was traumatic for sure. But I mean, it's an experience and it molded me into who I am today. And it really, I would take him back too. But like I just have my non-negotiables now, and like I won't put up with shit no
I got
more.
you. But
But
damn,
yeah.
out of all people he cheated on you with females, I really didn't give a fuck. like That's what's weird. That's weird as fuck. You know.
When you're like, I think when you start touching money as a man and it's like brand new, like you can't be in a relationship because you're just gonna think that you have money and power and you're able to essentially control everyone around you, especially women, and especially those type of women because they're easy and they just care about one thing, which is money.
Yeah.
um so I think like that's really hard for like men once they're like put in that position. It's like you have power, you have money, so you're able to control everyone around you, including women, easy women, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Definitely makes sense. But I feel like as a young dude, if you just touch money and you're doing that shit, I feel like it's cool. Like cool, you're learning. You could do that for a little bit, but then after like a certain amount of time, like you need to snap out of that shit and go look for the nice shit. Stop hanging around the dirty shit. Go to the nice shit.
I mean, yeah, like some do and some don't. Like I said, like I've been with different men, I've dated different men that have been in different stages of money in their life. And it seems like none of them truly ever grow out of it. It's like the more they have, the more they want. And I
Yeah.
feel like as males, you guys have these urges that you feel like, oh, I could have more than one woman and I can control her with money and bags and shit like that. Oh, I'm sorry, babe, I just cheated on you. Let's go to Turks. Let's get a bag. And girls are gonna fall for it. You know? Like
See,
it's
I'm different.
sad.
I'm different. I think of it like I can't. What is that shit called? Monogamy. Is that what that shit's
Hmm.
called? I can't do that, man. Like I really can't because I always found it trouble just to handle one female throughout my life. So I was like, if I deal with multiple, like I don't even know how the fuck that's gonna go. So I've never really been in, and I never had an idea of like monogamy type relationships, and I really don't know how people do it unless it's really the
Monogamy is when you're just with one person. So a
or not
monogamous
monogamy, but
relation,
fucking the other one, polygamy. There,
polygamy. So
polygamy.
polygamous is when
There
you're
we
with
go.
multiple women.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the one I meant.
that's
That's the one I meant. Polygamy.
yeah. It's
So that
funny. I just had this conversation like yesterday with one of my boos, because he's like super high status and he has like a bunch of chicks, and I'm just like, dude, like you're gonna be empty at the end of the day. Like it's sad. Like.
what's crazy to see is like when you're growing, like when you're growing on social media and YouTube, all this other shit. It's crazy to see how many like on your DMs, like how many pop in and shit, like just random people, or random people start following you. And for me, it's mostly been females and stuff like that. And I personally, I just accept it. I'm just like whatever. But I
Right.
don't, I don't go about like trying to like get to know them or anything like that. Like I'll keep things cordial, but that's it type deal. If that makes sense. Like I don't want to put myself out there like that. If that makes
Yeah, especially nowadays, and then people are gonna screenshot it and post it
Yeah,
or put it on close friends and this and that. It's all about like, it's a mess. I want no part in it, but then it's like I also want to like start my own podcast and put more energy and time into content creation and
I think you
you
should.
know,
I think you definitely should.
yeah.
I've been podcasting for years now. Like I started with
Mhm.
Spotify, like just posting to Spotify, and then here I am years later, doing this on Apple Podcasts and YouTube now. I started off with homies, so I think the way to go, if you have homegirls that are down, you can start a podcast from there and see where that goes. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I think it's
Just
cool.
kind of
I think just because like you have conversation skills too. You know what I mean? Like when I'm finished talking, like you quick to jump the gun and go in too, and I like that. So I think you could definitely. I think you could definitely
I'm
kick.
working on it. It's coming soon.
What would it be about? I'm curious.
So I'm doing it with my best friend. We already got like our LED light. I just ordered us a couch. It came in, so she set that up.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be called Tea Talks. So it's basically like detox, but Tea Talks because Tiana
Yeah.
Teox, and then
Yeah.
her name's Tara. So we're both like the two T's.
I
She's
like
like
that.
a different perspective for me because she has two kids. She's still young, but she's 29. So she has a different perspective than I do on dating, on
Yeah.
life, a lot of different things, spirituality. I want to have meaningful conversations that are going to be impactful. You know what I mean? To like
Yeah,
my
yeah.
audience. Like I want all of us to grow together, and I just kind of want to like be impactful in a positive light, in a positive way. But
Absolutely.
we'll see how it comes along, because you have to have talking points and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But
So I found out like for me, I did a bunch of different topics, and you'll see that like if you watch like past seasons, I had a bunch of different topics. But the main one that stuck was this generation because everybody likes to talk about this generation. Everybody has their own opinions on this generation, just in general. And I don't know. I like this as a sticking point because I have my own strong opinions about it that a lot of people may agree with or may not agree with, and that's what
yeah,
makes it good. That's what makes it a good topic is if you got people that disagree and agree. You know what I mean?
that's dope. I agree. Yeah, that's cool. That's super cool. But I gotta get dinner ready. So
Oh
I
shit.
appreciate you having me on. It
Yeah, I was
was
gonna
a
say I
great.
do, I do, I do like a what do you call it? A Q&A at the end. I don't know if you have time for that or not.
Okay, real quick.
5 questions. We know what we'll do three because I know you gotta go. We'll do
Okay.
we'll do three of them. All right. Here's the first one. Some of them are kind of weird. I don't know. I don't ask them. So.
Well, do you think race matters? Yeah, I think it does, because you need to learn. There's certain things like being a Latina or like dating in your culture that maybe if you date someone else that's not necessarily in your culture, you won't get, or maybe they may find offensive. So I think it does matter. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna look at someone and be like, "Oh, you're that," so I'm not gonna date you. Like, I'm dating you for who you are internally, but I do think that it may play a role in how your interactions are with that person, you know?
And how open they are to our culture type deal, right?
Right, yeah.
Because not a lot of people want to know about our culture, and then a lot of people do. So, you get a hit or miss with that.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people can handle the spice. All right, do you prefer dad bods or fit bods?
I don't really care.
She did
I'm
an athlete.
telling you.
Goddamn shit.
I'm so over it. I'm so over it. I don't really give a shit. Like, as long
Really
as
over
you
the
see
fit bods
me.
more than anything, man.
I mean, I would love to have someone who's like hunky and like fit. Honestly, you need to be taking care of yourself, because I am too. Whether that
Mhm.
may be like, you need to, I'm very conscious about what I put in my body. The water I drink, I shop at Sprouts. Like, I am very health conscious in that manner. So I would say that it matters about how you treat you. So
I
making
like,
sure that you're putting quality things into your body, because I
I
am
like,
too.
because they can have a dad bod, but be healthy still. You know.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Here's the last one right here. Let's see what this one is.
To the guests or yes, can you imitate these emojis? Out of the three, which ones do you like most? Them all.
I'm sorry. What were they?
Uh,
The names still popped up.
one more. I don't even know what the other one was. Um,
What was the? I didn't even see you like imitating. But I started popped up.
I think my favorite one is this one, because it's like, I be
Uh,
using that one a lot. Like, I'm like, what are you up to, or this or
right.
that.
How'd you
But yeah.
imitate the first two though? I didn't even see because this was still popped
Oh
up.
my gosh, Amal, you want me to?
What does that one mean though? I don't know why they keep sending that fucking emoji, and I don't know what the hell that means.
Like, you're kind of like tiptoeing around the question, or like peeping stuff, I think.
It's a weird emoji. I feel like it's weird as fuck. Like
It is
I
a
don't
little
use
bit.
yeah, I don't use it, but I use the thinking one too sometimes. But yeah, usually the 100 in the fire is like for mine. But yeah,
Yeah. There you
hell yeah.
go.
I appreciate you coming on though. I'm gonna let you go ahead and get back
Yeah.
to it. And,
All right.
all the guests I had on were cool. Love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, that was a good episode.
Have a blessed day.
You
Bye.
too.